On August 30th, 2025, police were left in shock by the lifeless body of a newborn, tightly wrapped in a towel and stuffed deep inside a black trash bag. And the baby's mother was no stranger. It was Laken Snelling, 21 years old, a University of Kentucky cheerleader. But what truly horrified the public was not only the body in the closet, but three terrifying mysteries that remain unanswered. Did the baby die at birth, or was it killed by its own mother? What could drive a 21-year-old girl at the height of her youth to hide her child as if it were a shameful stain? Was it fear, the crushing weight of reputation, or a motive far more sinister? And finally, her chilling testimony in court, claiming she never even knew she was pregnant. Was that the truth, or just a desperate lie? Three unresolved questions that have left all of America unable to stop talking. Hello, I'm Mr. Hyde. If you love strange, dark, and chilling stories that are completely true, please subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. That's how you can support this 90-year-old man to have more motivation to continue telling special stories like this. At around 10 a.m. on August 30th, 2025, the Lexington Police Dispatch Center received an emergency call from the 400 Park Avenue neighborhood. The caller reported that an unresponsive newborn had been found inside a small house, often rented by students. Police rushed to the scene immediately. To them, every emergency call was important, but none of the officers that day were prepared for the sight they were about to witness. The closet door in the small room swung open, and in that instant, the entire space seemed to freeze. Before their eyes lay the tiny body of a newborn, so small it could fit in two hands, tightly wrapped in a towel and stuffed inside a black trash bag. This fragile death left those present breathless and instantly shook the entire city. A life that had not even had the chance to let out a full cry had ended in the damp darkness of a closet. But it didn't stop there. When the mother's identity was confirmed, the shock only deepened. It was none other than Laken Snelling, 21 years old, a well-known University of Kentucky cheerleader. For 3 years, she had been on the stunt team, dazzling in her cheer uniform under the bright stadium lights in the roar of thousands of fans. A young, beautiful, energetic face once celebrated across campus, now appearing in a police report, hands in cuffs. Just 1 day later, on August 31st, 2025, Laken was officially arrested. She faced 3 serious charges: abuse of a corpse, concealing childbirth, and tampering with evidence. The press exploded almost instantly. Local and national news outlets raced to cover the story. Photos of Laken in her cheerleading uniform were placed side by side with images of her in a jail cell, creating a brutal contrast. One image of light and pride, set against another of darkness and disgrace. But more than just the charges themselves, this case revolved around 3 mysteries that, to this day, remain unanswered. The first mystery, and also the most important question: did the baby die at birth, or was it the victim of an act of killing? The Fayette coroner's office immediately conducted an autopsy because only that result could determine the line between a tragedy and a crime. If the baby was stillborn, then this was a heartbreaking, sorrowful event, but of a different nature. But if the child was born alive, then hidden away, abandoned to die in a closet, that would be an act of cold-blooded murder. And to this day, the official results have not been released. This gap, this waiting, has fueled nationwide outrage and suspicion. People need an answer, but that answer has yet to come. Police stated that Snelling was the mother of the deceased newborn and had admitted to giving birth. The baby was pronounced dead at the scene at around 10:30 a.m. local time. The Fayette County Coroner's Office will determine the official cause of death. The second mystery: what motive could drive a 21-year-old mother to do something like this? If Laken truly knew she was pregnant, why did she choose to hide it instead of seeking help? Many theories have been raised. Some believe it was fear, shame over an unplanned pregnancy. As a University of Kentucky cheerleader, a face well known on campus, Laken may have feared that pregnancy would destroy her image, her future, and the career she had built. Others point to possible pressure from her family.
đã
If her
viện
parents
rủa
discovered
vùng
their
đất.
daughter was pregnant out
Ai
of
trước
wedlock,
khi
it
rút
could have been a
lui về phía
devastating
nam,
shock,
họ
and
không
Laken may
chỉ
have chosen
rời đi,
secrecy over
họ để
confrontation.
lại một bóng đen.
Still, others
Theo
suggest
văn
that in a
hóa
moment of
người
panic, giving
Navajo,
birth alone with no
quanh
one by
cơ,
her side,
Kịch
she
Nam Nai
simply
là
didn't know what to
kẻ
do
đi trong
except
da người
hide the
khác,
terrible
không
truth
phải là một
unfolding
sinh vật,
before her.
nó
But
là
whichever
một pháp
scenario is
sư
true,
biến chất.
they all lead back to one
một
cold
con
reality.
người từng là thầy
An
mo,
innocent,
từng có khả
fragile life
năng
was
chữa
stripped of
bệnh.
its chance to live. And then, the third mystery, the one that has kept the public endlessly debating. Were her statements in court true? At the Fayette trial, Laken appeared pale, facing the eyes of reporters and spectators, and firmly declared that she was not guilty. She claimed she had no idea she was pregnant. But that testimony was immediately cast into doubt because what people found on her social media painted a very different picture. On TikTok, there was a photo set posted on June 18th, just 2 months before the tragedy, tagged couples photography. Yet many insisted that, judging from her noticeably rounded belly, these weren't couple photos at all. They were maternity photos. Adding to this, the videos Laken had once reposted about having children young, about fears of marriage, about sending her daughter to cheerleading, seemed like indirect clues that she knew about her pregnancy. On her profile's personal goals list, Laken had even written clearly, wedding ring, baby, money, family, house. So what is the truth? Was her testimony in court the desperate plea of a panicked young woman, or merely a way to evade legal responsibility? Reading this far, it's impossible not to feel suffocated. A young woman, 21 years old, once under the bright lights, soaring across the stage to the sound of roaring music, now stood in a courtroom with red-rimmed eyes, denying everything. A newborn, innocent and voiceless, found in a closet, unable to speak a single word. And those three haunting questions. Did the baby die at birth, or was it killed? What could drive a mother to act this way? And were her statements in court true? Remain unanswered to this day. And here lies the final twist. When pressed, Laken still insisted she had no idea she was pregnant. But the photos, the videos, and even her personal goals list scream the opposite. If she was telling the truth, then this is one of the most heartbreaking tragedies. A mother confronted with reality far too late. But if she was lying, then this is a crime disguised beneath the mask of denial. As of now, the case of Laken Snelling has no conclusion. Investigators in Fayette County are still awaiting the autopsy results to determine the exact cause of the baby's death. The mystery surrounding the case, whether the baby died at birth or was killed, what the mother's true motive was, and whether her testimony in court was truthful, remain under investigation. With each passing day, the public grows more anxious, waiting for a final answer from the authorities. But until the truth is revealed, the name Laken Snelling and the image of that closet in a small Lexington home will remain an unsettling shadow, an unfinished story, a secret still hanging in the air, and a case that shook all of America in 2025. Hello, I'm Mr. High. Thank you for following today's story. If you'd like to hear more strange, dark, and mysterious tales that are completely true, please subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. That's how you can support this 90-year-old man to keep bringing you special videos in the future. And now, I want to hear your thoughts. What do you think the final investigation will conclude? An unintended tragedy or a crime hidden behind denial? Leave your answer in the comments.